Hello, students. I hope you are all well. Okay. Let's see. We have completed with the first exercise of the triangle chapter. That is exercise 7.1. We have completed it. In that exercise, we learned about the congruency, the concept of congruency, SAS congruency, AAS congruency, the difference between the writing standards of AAS congruency and ASA congruency. Okay. So we have learned all that, and now we are going to start with the second exercise. Okay. So second exercise again, we are going to focus on the congruencies of the triangle, but along with that, we are going to re-revise some of the properties that we have learned earlier. Okay. So these are the properties for an isosceles triangle. Okay. So we already know what an isosceles triangle is. If two sides of a triangle are equal, then it is an isosceles triangle. Incidentally, we already know that two angles of this isosceles triangle are always equal, are also equal. But in this chapter, we have all this in the form of a theorem. And since it is a form of a theorem, then we are also going to prove. So first of all, write down the statement of theorem 7.2. Angle opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. Angles opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. So let me make an isosceles triangle for you. So this here is an isosceles triangle. Let us name it A, B, C. Okay. So what is the theorem saying? In triangle ABC, in this given triangle, if sides AB and AC are equal, if this side is equals to this side, that means in that case, angle angle opposite to AB is angle C. Angle C, and angle opposite to side AC is angle B. So in that case, angle C and angle B are equal. So what is this property stating? What is this theorem stating? Angle opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal. Okay, this theorem can be extended for the equilateral triangle as well, since all the sides are equal, so all the interior angles are equal. Angles opposite to all the equal sides are equal. Okay, so now let us do the proof for this theorem. In order to do its proof, first of all, let us write down what is given to us. We will keep the same diagram. What is given to us is in triangle ABC, you have AB and AC as equal. What do you need to prove? We need to prove that angle C and angle B are both equal. To do that, we will do a construction. Construction will be construction will be I am drawing AD as angle bisector of angle A. AD here is angle bisector of angle A. Okay. So now let us start with the proof. So in order to prove this, what we are going to do, first of all, I will prove that these two set of triangles, triangle ABD and triangle ACD are both equal, sorry, congruent. Once both the triangles are congruent, then I will say by CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangle, both the triangles will be congruent. Okay. So for triangle ABD and triangle ACD, for these two pair of triangles, First of all, see, AB line AB and AC are equal line segments. AB is equals to AC. It is already given to us. After that, we have this angle and this angle equal. Why? Because AD is angle bisector of angle A. That means both the angles are half of angle A. Angle BAD is equals to angle CAD. Why? Because we have drawn AD is bisector of angle A. We have drawn it so. And lastly, we have a common side. This AD is common side for both the triangles. AD is equals to AD. It is common side for both the triangles. So by SAS congruency, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD, and by CPCT you can say that angle C and angle B are equal. Okay, so it is quite easy. You just simply prove both the set of triangles are congruent, and after that you move on. Next is theorem 7.3. Theorem 7.3 is essentially the converse of theorem 7.2. Okay. What does the theorem 7.3 says? It says that in a triangle, if two angles are equal, then in that case, it is an isosceles triangle with sides opposite to those angles as equal. You can write down the statement. Sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. That is, once again, draw a diagram. This is the triangle ABC. What does this theorem indicate? This theorem states that in triangle ABC, if angle C and angle B are equal, then in that case, sides AB that is opposite to angle C and side AC that is opposite to angle B are also equal. These pair of sides will also be equal. Okay. So moving on in this manner, let us write down what is given to us. We have to prove this theorem as well. So I will write down what is given. What is given is in triangle ABC, angle C is equals to angle B. It is given to us. Secondly, we need to write down what to prove. We need to prove that side AB and AC are equal. And just like the last time, we are going to do a construction. And this time the construction is a bit different. This time construction is a bit different. There is a small difference in the construction. We are drawing AD perpendicular to BC. Last time we drew AD as the angle bisector. This time we are drawing AD as the perpendicular. Okay. So let us start with the proof. First of all, what we will do is we will once again prove that both of the set of triangles, triangle ABD and triangle ADC are congruent. After that, we will move on. Okay. So we'll start with in triangle ADC and triangle ABD. In both of these triangles, first of all, we have equal angles. Those are angle C is equals to angle B. This is already given to us. Okay. Secondly, we have common side AD and AD are equal, both are common sides, both are pair of common sides. And lastly, we have what we have is these two angles are also 90 degree. Angle ADC and angle ADB are both equal to 90 degree. Why? Because we have drawn AD perpendicular to BC. So in this manner, we have three things. This angle is equals to this angle. Angle B and angle C are equal. This 90-degree angle at point D and this 90-degree angle at point T are equal. Also side between them. So what is happening here is between two angles, the side that is equal exists between two angles. That is why we are going to use A as a congruence. If the side would not have been between these two angles, then we would have written A as congruence by A as a congruence. Okay, what is happened by ASA congruency? Triangle ABD will become congruent to triangle ACD, and since corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, so we will have AB length is AC. Okay. So in this manner, we have also proved that if two of the angles of a triangle are equal, then sides opposite to those angles are equal. As well as we have proved that if two of the sides of a triangle are equal, then angles opposite to those equal sides are also equal. Okay. Now let us start with the examples. Okay. First of all, we will complete the examples. After that, we will go through the exercise itself. Now is example number 4. Okay, for example number 4, it is quite easy. It is almost as similar to the to the proof of theorem 7.3 that we did just now. Okay, so I'm going to write down only what is given and what is to prove, and I will explain the example to you. I hope you can do it by yourself. So in this, what is given to us is that in triangle ABC, AD is what is AD is perpendicular AD, sorry, the bisector AD of angle A is perpendicular to side BC. We are given two things. AD is bisector of angle A as well as AD is perpendicular to BC. We are given two things. These two angles are equal as well as these two angles are 90 degrees. Okay, so apart from these two pairs of angles being equal, you have one common side. Using that, you can prove that both the triangles are congruent. And once you have both the triangles are congruent, you can easily do the proof. You need to prove that AB and AC are equal. So once you say both the triangles are congruent, then you can easily say that AB and AC are equal by CP. Okay, I hope you can do this easily. There is no construction required. Okay, next we are going to do is example number 5. Okay, so first of all, in example number 5, we draw the diagram and after that we write down what is given to us. What is given to us is E and F are respectively midpoints of equal sides of AB and EC. First of all, AB side and AC side are given equal to each other. After that, E is midpoint of AB, and point F is midpoint of AC. Okay, so in this manner, we are given three things. AB and AC are equal sides. E is the midpoint of AB, and F is midpoint of AC. Okay, let's see what is to prove. What do we need to prove here? We need to prove that BF and CE are equal. BF and CE are of equal length. Okay. So once again, we have a triangle in which we have to prove that one pair of sides are equal. Okay. So as we have doing till now, what we require here is we need to prove that two triangles are congruent. Okay. Triangles which contains these sides BF and EC, and in after that we'll prove that we will say that by CPCT both the triangles, since both the triangles are congruent, so sides are also equal. Okay. So now our first priority is going to be to identify which triangles are to take and which triangles to leave. Okay. So as you can see, there are numerous triangles, more than two triangles in this given diagram. Okay. So our first priority should be we need to identify a pair of triangles which we can prove as congruent. There are numerous triangles in this diagram, but out of all those triangles, we need to select two triangles which we can prove congruent. Whether they are congruent or not, that is not the question. Whether they look congruent or not, that is not the question. Whether we can prove them congruent or not, that is what we require of this question. Okay. So uh, bear with me. Let us see. First of all, with side BF, this is side BF. Side BF have one triangle as BFC and another triangle is BEC. So in this manner, we have covered both sides CE and BF. CE and BF, and we get these two pair of triangles. Okay, one is red one is green. Okay. So for these two pair of triangles, if how do we prove that both of these triangles are congruent? So we will say BC and BC are common, but after that we are stuck. We at a stretch we can prove that BE and EF are equal. On a stretch, we can prove that length BE and BF are equal. I will show you how to do that. And BC and BC is common. After that, we require at least one angle that is equal. Okay. So we are stuck through it. We can also plan a. Yeah, we can do that. So let us take these two angles. Let us take these two triangles and we'll prove that the triangles are congruent. And by CPCT, we will say that sides are, sorry, by CPCT, we will say that sides are equal. So let us start with the solution. Okay. We are taking n triangles BEC and triangle BCF. Okay. What we require here is, first of all, we will say that BC is the common side. It is clearly given to us. BC and BC are equal. It is a pair of common sides. Okay. Now moving on. Now we require one angle. So see, since, let me highlight this. Since AB and AC are equal for the triangle, AB is equals to AC. Side AB and AC are equal. So for triangle ABC, two of its sides are equal. So by theorem, by theorem 7.2, you can say that for triangle ABC, since two of its sides are equal, then angle opposite to these two sides. See, this is a triangle ABC, ABC. Side AB and side AC are equal. That means angle opposite to AC, that is angle B, and angle opposite to AB, that is angle C. Both the angles should also be equal. So I'm saying angle opposite to AB is angle C. Angle opposite to AC is angle B. Both of these angles should be. This is how we apply theorem 7.2. Okay. And lastly, also using the first statement also, half of AB should be equal to half of AC as well. Since AB and AC are equal, then half of both the length should be equal. Suppose AB and AC are both equal to 8 centimeter. Then half of those 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter. Half of AB will be 4 centimeter, half of AC will be 4 centimeter. These two sides will also be equal. Now let us see. See, E is the midpoint of AB. E is midpoint of AB. Since E is midpoint of AB, that means EB length is half of AB. Okay. Let me mark the equations. Let me say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. In the same manner, we will say since F is midpoint of AC, since F is midpoint of AC, in that case, FC line segment should be equal to half of AC. So what we are going to do, we are going to use equation number 3 and equation number 2 and equation number 1. 2 and 3 in equation 1. So how do we use it? Instead of half of AB, we will write EB. And instead of half of AC, we will write another one is FC. Okay. So these highlighted parts, one is side, another one is angle between them. Then we have second pair of sides is equal. So what we have here is by SAS congruency. By SAS congruency, both pair of triangles will be congruent. What are the pair of triangles? Triangle BEC should be congruent to triangle angle equal to B is C, angle equal to C is B, and okay, and by CPCT is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. We will say that line segment BF, that is this BF, is equals to EC. Okay. This question can be extended to ask you. This question can be extended in a manner in which it asks you to prove that angle E and angle F are also equal. Okay, or this angle B and this angle C are also equal. Or it can be extended to prove that this triangle and this triangle are also congruent. Okay. Now example number 6. Once again, let us write down what is given to us. In example number 6, we are given that triangle ABC, that is the exterior triangle. Triangle ABC is a right angle, sorry, is an isosceles triangle. So let me write down in this way. In triangle ABC, AB side and AC sides are equal to each other. Okay, then D and E are points on BC such that BE is equals to CD. After that, D and E are points. This point D and this point E are such that BE length BE is here from here, and CD length are equal to each other. After that, we will see what we have to prove. We need to prove that AD and AE are also equal. This is AD, this is AE, are also equal. So once again, we need to identify suitable triangles to prove the required theorem. Okay, so let us see. For this, I need a triangle with side AD. So with side AD, one triangle is this triangle ABD, and triangle that looks congruent to it is ACE. So we can try to prove that these pair of triangles are common. How can we do that? Okay, one is this side and this side is equal, and for the triangle ABC, angle B and angle C are also going to be equal. Okay, there is no problem till then, but one problem will be we need to prove that line segment BD and line segment EC are also equal. We are going to use SAS congruency, and in order to apply SAS congruency, we need to include BD and EC is equal. So, although we can prove it easily, but it is a lengthy process. So I am going to take different pair of triangles. What I am going to take here is I am going to take, sorry, let me draw proper lines. I am going to take triangle ABE and triangle AD. If I take these pair of triangles, in these pair of triangles, I can do it very easily. I can prove very easily. I don't need very much lines. What I'm trying to say is in triangle ABE and triangle ABC, in these two pair of triangles, first of all, see we have AB and AC as equal. Line segments AB and AC are equal. Why? Because they are given to us. Along with this, since these two sides are equal, therefore angle opposite to them should also be equal. Angle opposite to AB is angle C, and angle B are also equal. Once again, I need not to write full name of C and B, because for this diagram, C and B are unique angles. There is no other angle B, or they are not divided any further. Why do we say that? By theorem 6.2, sorry, 7.2. We are on 7th chapter. So by theorem 7.2, we can say that angle C and angle B are also equal. Angle C is opposite to angle B, angle B is opposite to angle C, both the angles should be equal. And finally, we can say that what is given to us, side BE, that is this side, and side DC, or we can say CD, are also equal. Again, it is given to us. So in this procedure, we were not required to take out many conclusions. Only one conclusion was required, that is out of theorem 7.2. Otherwise, we do it quite directly. Okay, so that is why I've selected this pair of triangles. You can also try to do with earlier pair of triangles. You will get the correct answer in that way also. So here, by SAS congruency, by SAS congruency, both the triangles will be congruent. Triangle ABE should be congruent to triangle angle A and angle A are equal, B angle is equals to C, and E is D. Okay, and by CPCT you can say that since congruent parts of congruent corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, So we can say that AD line segment and AE line segment are also equal. Okay, students, once again, this question could have been extended so that you had to prove that these two angles are equal. Okay, so you can go on from here, since in this triangle ADE, you have sides, equal sides, AD sides and AE sides are equal. So angle opposite to them will also be. Okay, and question can be extended to prove that triangle ABD and triangle AEF are also equal. Once again, you can easily prove that. Okay, or this angle and this angle are equal. There are multiple ways in this question in which this question can be extended. If you draw, if you go through other supplementary books, you can try this. Okay, so that is all for today. We will do exercise 7.2 from tomorrow. Thank you for your time.